Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. I have a paper bag here. We do so many things with these paper bags to put them in our journals. And I was just thinking, what about collaging on it? How would that work out? So, I'm going to try it. I haven't tried one. I did have a paper bag here that I did some stuff on the other day. And it was kind of like collaging, but not really. And I still don't know that I'm happy with it. But we're going to try collaging on this one and see what happens. I've got my scrap pile here. You can't see it, but that's okay. I can. I'll pull out some papers here. And we'll see how we can do with doing some collaging. Now the last collage page I just did, I don't need brown, that's for sure. I just did torn pieces, and I don't know whether I'm going to do torn pieces on this one or whether I'm going to actually use pieces that, there's some magazine page that are more squared. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I have all kinds of stuff here left from projects. I'm sure you do too. You've got all kinds of things. What I want to do first, though, is score it where I want it to fold, because they don't always fold the way you want them to when you want them to. And this is going to be a pocket. Definitely going to be a pocket. I don't know whether I want to make it deeper or not. And whether I want to cut this off and make this a pocket. I think I do. So, first thing I'm going to do is cut that part off. I think this is going to take a little bit of preparation to get it ready. So that it'll work correctly when we get it done. Now this has opened this. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but there's actually a little pocket in here. And so if I glue down this piece here that's flapping around, well, maybe I can glue it down. I can't even get it up. Just kind of glue down these pieces here a little bit, so when I put paper on it, it's not quite so hard to do it. I'll make sure I'm in camera here. Okay, and you know, when you buy these paper bags at the grocery store, they're not even or anything like that. So I am going to glue this part so I don't have to worry about it. Just glue all these parts here. On that side. Now the other side I might use for a pocket or two, so I'm not going to glue that one. This one's much better. It's glued much better. I am going to glue this little piece here, because I'm not going to need that to be out there. And I doubt I'll use that part for a pocket. I'm not going to glue this pocket part down yet, because I will want some paper to come down in here. And it'll just be easier if I don't glue it down yet. So now the experiment begins. Now this paper bag is, almost 11 inches, about 10 3/4 by 5. And most of our pages are 5 inches, so if I put 5.5, so if I put this, I'm going to need to score it at about 5.5, which I could have just folded it, but I think the scoring will help it be straighter. Maybe take the fold better. Let me make sure I've got a good measurement here. That is, well, let's get it where I can measure it. That's a little over 5 inches on each side, so that'll be fine. I'm going to burnish it really well. Hopefully that will help. Okay. Now I don't think I'm going to need my scoreboard again. If I'm going to put these pieces on here straight, then I'm going to need my cutter. I don't know whether I want them all long or shorter or what. So we'll just start out with some stuff and go from there. And the first thing I'm going to do is fold that back and start working across here. Now I used the glue stick on the last one and it does warp the paper. I don't know why, but it does. But it seemed to hold it fairly well, so I'm going to use it again. I don't want to put that on there to hold it. I'll hold it back with this, with a little clip. Okay. Well, that isn't going to work either, because it kind of makes it crooked. Ooh, look at this pretty piece. I don't remember what that came from, but that's pretty. I like that paper right there. Let's maybe put this one here. And oh my goodness. I want some wider ones. There's one. There's one that's a little wider. Make a big square of this one. Make a big piece. Let's put it right here. Need my smoosher downer. Oh, that's going to need some glue under it there. Some art glitter glue. Because I think the glue stick dried. Yep, must have dried or else it's not sticking to this paper. Who knows? Okay. You know, I think I had more fun tearing the paper than I am doing with this. I'm just going to tear it. It was more fun, and I liked the way it looked. So we'll just tear this. We'll start tearing pieces. Not that they're going to look that different, but because they've got straight edges on them. But I will tear some different. Ooh, that's tearing different. That's a fibery scrap that I have. I guess I need to get that out there where it can be seen. Okay. Let's tear this one. Tear some on top of these so it makes it look like they were all torn. Okay. Now what? I have all kinds of goodies under here I didn't realize I had. Here's some left from the last thing I did. There, that's softening up some of that. Here I have some blue that's I can put up here. I don't know why I keep gluing on that instead of the paper that I'm going to be sticking down. It doesn't make sense, but it's what I keep doing. Yeah, that'll be covered up. That will be just fine. I have a piece here that I can use. Tear some funny shape out of it. Yep, this is more fun than putting squares on there, I think. And they could be inked on the edges if wanted, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to pull out some other papers in here. I have a whole container of papers to use. Some is cardstock, some is just paper, some is all kinds of things. This is a heavier cardstock paper. And it's not going to tear real well. I have a tear ruler here somewhere. I don't know where it is. That would work. How is everybody today? Hope you're all doing good. I know there's a lot of fire devastation and bad weather, but I hope everybody's okay. Nobody's having any major problems. All right, let's take a little bit of dictionary page and stick that on here somewhere. I always like to tear my book pages. Nope, didn't get that one all the way over to the edge, and I don't think I can. I think it's too late. This is kind of cute paper. I don't remember what I used this one for either. Oh well, there went the birds. They were cute, but they weren't to be. Let's put this one over here. And I know I've got a lot more here that I can do. Oh, this one's going to be hard to tear. Funny shape too. We'll just stick it down like that. Some of these little strips just aren't going to make it that way. Excuse me. I don't think I want that on there yet. Oh, let's see here. Looks like all I have is a bunch of strips. I've got to have more than that in here. Okay. This is a bigger strip of some that I already have. Some flower pots, but I can definitely tear the edge of this maybe. And I'm going to stick it up here along the edge. A lot of this will get cut off in the end because when I even it up, guess with that I need to, well, maybe not, decide which direction it needs to go, but I don't know that I need to. And here we have some other paper. And I don't mind the white parts of it showing where I tore it, because I am going to put some embellishments on this, some decorations and things, I think. I would imagine I will. Okay. Well, that one's too much like that, I think, for this one. Let's see here. Have something else. I know I have more papers in here, my goodness. Okay, here's a piece. Can't even pick it up. Goodness. Okay, and let's see what else I don't have on here. I don't have any of this. And if I just tear along the edge, I can put this one down at the bottom. Like that. All right. I'm going to need to do this part, but I think we'll do this other side first. And I should probably make sure it folds where I want it to, so I don't have a problem when it comes to putting it in a journal. Okay. And it still bends. That's a bonus. That is a bonus. All right, now I need to do this one. And this needs to be glued down because it is a pocket. Not a straight pocket, but it's a pocket. And look at that. It's folded cockeyed there before I even get started. Okay. Oh. And I need to glue these pieces here. I thought I did, but obviously I did not because they're not glued. Those were just little fiddly pieces sticking out that were separate. And I can see I need to glue something down in here. I can't show it to you right now, but it's since it's a pocket, it would mess with what I put in the pocket because it's sticking up. That's one thing about paper bags. They've got all kinds of folds and things in them. Stick this in and make sure it is okay. Sort of. Okay. I hope it works. Now, I don't want anything up here that's close to what's there. And I don't have any of this on this side, so we'll start out with a piece of this. Right up here. Of course, part of it will get covered up, but still, it'll be there. I want it to be at the edge to reinforce that pocket edge again. Okay. I don't see any of this on this side. Do I have some over here I can tear off? No, but I have this one, and I don't have any of this over here either. So we will put a piece of this over here. I just don't want any pieces the same. I want it to be all just random. Very random. And I don't have any of this here either that I can see. I can tell I'm going to end up having to put some things in between here, but so it doesn't look quite so chunky, but I do want the edges to be even up here because you can't have a pocket with uneven edges. And that didn't go all the way over to the side on this side, so I'm just going to glue that there and it'll look like it does. Okay. That's definitely Christmas paper. Let me see if I've got something else that's a little different in here. Well, that's way different, and I don't think I want to use that. Oh, my. Oh, here's something I don't have any of on here. Okay. Now, I need some other pieces in here that are different. This one is definitely not anywhere else on this page. And what else do we need? Let's take some of this paper again. It's kind of random, but I need a piece for kind of in here in the middle. I'd like to put something else over on this. I don't like that it's okay. Tear a little bit off the bottom and that'll work fine. Let's see how this looks. Well, there, got my pen in. Now the glue's not dry, and I know it looks like a mess, and it is. But I kind of think I have an idea for it. It'll be a little more cohesive, and I've got a bunch of pieces of paper here that I may or may not keep. Too much. Too many scraps, and you tear up more and make more scraps. That's crazy. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is take my scissors and trim along the edge and try not to cut the paper bag. I can always glue it if I do, but I think if I just cut straight along the edge here, I should be okay. I don't know, that felt awful thick. And the reason it felt awful thick was I cut the paper bag. So I will glue that back. That's my pocket. I don't want that open. Nice thing about junk journals is it's never wrong, no matter how you do it, and you can always fix it. And that little piece didn't glue down, so I can fix that. Although I meant it to go all the way to the edge, it didn't. But that's okay, I can still fix it. I don't know why this pin goes in sometimes just fine, and other times it's just hits something that's not right. And I can see I've got paper bag showing down here, so maybe I need to cover that up at some point. I don't want to cut this over too close. Maybe I should go on this side. It's a little straighter. Okay. I think I'm going to get rid of all these little random pieces here because they're little. And I've just got too many scraps. Oops. Oh, and of course I've got the box of scraps sitting on top of my trash can. Now that was not very good. Okay, I think this is going to be a two-part series. This is part one of decoupaging a lunch bag, and then part two is going to be decorating it and what to do with it. And I've cut that right along there. So I've got to glue that down. So part two will be what I do with this. So come back to see part two. See if it turned out to be a good idea or not. I'm not sure yet either. Oops, I bent my pen. Oh no. Ha! Oh well. I've got more. Okay, it folds over like that. There's a pocket there. There's a pocket here on the end. And on this end, there is a big long pocket that I haven't glued the sides down yet. Now this side I did glue, so I need to glue it. You can see this side I wasn't sure if I was going to use for pockets or tucks or something up here. And I'm still not sure, so I'm not going to glue that yet. I'm not going to glue that one down yet. But I do need to glue this other side down. I get my pin out. Now that it's bent. I want to glue it down so it doesn't cause havoc with the pocket. And actually, I will glue this side down too, because even if I use that for a pocket up there, it won't hurt to have this glued down on the one part. Okay, that's my project so far. Now I got to figure out what to do with it to make it look good. Actually, I've got some ideas, and I don't think it'll look too bad. And some of it may be using some washi tape and some other things. Trim the hair off of that one. I didn't realize that was going to be right at the fold. Yep, I think I'll be using some washi tape, maybe along the edges of the pockets to kind of differentiate them. But there'll be other things too. So come back and see part 2 of the decoupaged, or yeah, decoupaged, I guess, lunch bag. This is Camille at my Junk Journal Heaven. I hope you liked the video and would like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.